Hello my family, how are you all doing? I can finally say I'm better now. I've been knocked for six by the dreaded virus. It got me. But I'm here ready to embrace what this week brings. I wanted to talk a bit today about feminine energy and how important it is for both males and females to embrace all parts of their feminine energy, both the light and the dark. When we've spent so much of our lifetime operating from our masculine energy, working so hard for what we want, it might be difficult initially to step into a new way of operating. Our feminine energy supports us to take a more laid-back, expectant stance as we move towards our goals. This is known as the receptive mode, as in you become more like an antennae and attract what you want into your life. It's truly the best place to attract the things you want into your world. I mean, we can use obviously brute force and go into our masculine and make it happen, but we're trying to condition ourselves to be more receptive as opposed to more action orientated. When we are in feminine energy, we are at our most creative. It allows for the self-nurturing expression of ourselves, and we tend to think from a collective sort of community stance as opposed to a single-minded masculine mindset, which is more about the me. I mean, we can achieve so much when we're in this energy also. However, because feminine energy comes from the heart space, it allows us to use our other senses, such as our intuition and our feeling, to reach conclusions. I have been adjusting to a newer version of myself for a while now, but the thing I found most challenging was letting go, stepping out of my masculine and letting the divine bring me to what I wanted in the right time and in the right way. The need to relinquish control has been my biggest lesson and has taught me so much about myself. Starting with the realization that our limited vision of how something should appear in our world can really restrain what we actually become open to in the long run. I really didn't realize how controlling I was until I consciously chose to be different. And by me making this adjustment, by releasing the reins and allowing what I want to show up, however way my higher self sees fit, has been paramount and key to me living a more relaxed life. It has cemented my belief in the divine even more, and of course it's also presented me with more eventful, fun ways to look at life and view life. It's opened up my eyes and my own limited ideals. It's expanded them. Wouldn't life be boring if we didn't leave any space for the unknown and everything showed up how we expected it? It does take a lot of patience and resilience to have this much faith, I will admit. But during the said waiting season, as long as we accept that everything is always working out for the best, we can relax, let spirit do its work, and just get on with things. But I guess before we can get to a place of full acceptance of what will be, we have to get comfortable with our feminine and masculine energies and know when to step into each of them. For me, I have always thought being empathic, my intuitive nature, also the love and light care inside of me was my feminine energy. I attributed my go-getter, logical side, my determination and laser focus with my masculine energy. But in recent times, I have come across another side that I can only call my dark feminine energy. And wow, she is a force to be reckoned with. She is most definitely in her villain era. The key is learning how to balance them all so that you can live in harmony, so that one doesn't outweigh the other. It's more about balancing both your dark and light, feminine and masculine energies, and being in full acceptance of them all, so that you can totally feel at one with yourself and can recognize when each one is called for. Being at one with your darkness is powerful and should not be shunned at all, unless of course it's been used in an abusive way or to suppress or overpower others. For some reason or the other, people think because I'm spiritual, I should be a walkover. I guess for many years before my awakening, I was just that. A person that would give certain individuals in my life the power to be more heard and have more of a say in the name of having, a conflict-free life or a conflict-free relationship or friendship. But of course, we are teaching people how they can and should treat us if we do not stand up for ourselves or stand firm in our own convictions. But I guess we all must learn the hard way. Let me give you an example of what has happened in recent times which made me pause and contemplate this situation. So I overheard the neighbour from hell talking to one of her minions during one of our feuds. She said, "What happened to the love and light that she preaches on her channel?" Which was insinuating that I was some kind of hypocrite because I stand up for myself. Being empathic to people's traumas does not imply that we should lay ourselves down and allow them to walk all over us. It doesn't mean that for me anyway. Absolutely not. I can be very patient with others. However, if someone persists to use the fact that they have had a lot of trauma in their life and they wear it as a badge of honour and do not attempt to heal it, then I believe it's theirs and only theirs to carry. They should not expect people to sacrifice their own peace of mind so that they can continue to have these bad behavioural traits and, act out without any consequences. So if it's called for a little dark feminine energy on those occasions to get my point across, I'm here for it. I mean, being empathic can be really challenging because we unwittingly tap into people's energy at the drop of a hat. We immediately feel empathy to their plight, but empathy most definitely does not equal self-betrayal. I guess, depending on your upbringing, if you grew up with Christian parents, for instance, who constantly told you to turn the other cheek, you may find it difficult to stand firm in your darkness when it's needed. Being prepared to be vocal and speak your truth about the injustices you've experienced or have seen other people experience is your prerogative. Truth is truth. We must never betray ourselves by not speaking out or defending ourselves. No one is saying you must stay in the dark energy for longer than is needed. What I'm just saying is by integrating this part of your being will eliminate any form of guilt whenever you have no other choice but to step into that side of yourself, that dark feminine side of yourself. I do, and I have no qualms about it. I don't just unleash it and just let it go crazy, of course, but I think it is part of who we all are. We all have it. And just embrace it, integrate it, know when to pull it out when it's needed. I think that's it. I'm going to leave that one there. It's quite a long one. I hope it's useful to some of you out there. I am going to go back and gurgle some honey because I can feel my throat tighten up. Have a great week, my folks, and I will see you on the next one.